Thanks for joining me. Today I'm going to give you some gameplay impressions and a review of Ghosts of Tsushima. Let's check out this awesome duel and then we'll get started.
I don't want to die. I surrender. I'm sorry.
I bet you wasn't expecting that. That's been one of my favorite duels I've encountered so far. And you encounter a lot of duels like that, but most of them get into some serious sword play. So far the duels have been some of the most intense parts of the game. But here we see the main character Jin just kind of running through the environment. I kind of want to show you some of the mechanics of the game. He's about to come up on some of the wild beasts. I think these are hogs, and you'll be careful with these encounters. These things will get you. You can see I'm using my arrow here, and you can slow down time, and you can unlock the abilities to keep it going longer. So I use that a lot. This game could have been called Assassins of Tsushima. It's kind of hard to say, but this is pretty much an Assassin's Creed game. If you can do it in Assassin's Creed, you can almost do it on here. You're sneaking up behind people and stabbing them. You can jump from the rooftops. You can climb just about anything. So if you enjoy Assassin's Creed games, I guarantee you'll really like this one. I like the way this game does secrets. When you see one of those yellow birds or you see a fox, you can just start following it. It'll take you to a secret where you either get some cosmetic item or something to upgrade your abilities. It's pretty neat. Everything's not on your map to begin with. It does unlock as you talk to people, and if you run by a secret, it'll put a question mark on your map. But many times you'll just be running along and then end up on the other side of the map because you was chasing one of those animals. Here we'll see a little combat with the villains of the game, the Mongols. The game gives you an option sometimes where you can call the enemy out and have like a mini duel. I lose this one. And then you can see they kind of go to town on me. Combat's very much like Assassin's Creed. You have bombs and knives and the bow and arrow. You can do all sorts of things. There's not a lock-on feature, which is a little weird, but you get used to it. And you can parry and defend, and there's all sorts of mechanics to the fighting. It's pretty fun. It's also pretty brutal. This is a very bloody game. There's a lot of real estate in Ghost of Tsushima, and you don't have to run everywhere. There is fast travel, but just to get around before you open up those fast travel marks, you have your trusty horse. You get to pick a horse, which color you want at the beginning of the game. As you can see, the environments, they're so different everywhere you go. Here's one. You can see the birds flying up. There's a day and night cycle. The sun's kind of going down. The environments are beautiful, and they're always changing. We're now coming up on some bandits getting destroyed by a bear. I learned you don't want to mess with the bears in this game. I don't know. They'll grab you and throw you, and they threw that guy right by me. I thought that was pretty sweet. Every now and then you'll find these areas where everything just slows down and you relax and you get to look at the scenery. Not only these, there's these hot springs where he'll go in and he'll bathe in the hot springs, and you get to hear this soothing music. For some reason, it's just really neat in a game like this.
Submerged deep in nature's shade, ever unbending.
And I just wanted to end kind of giving a look at the black and white mode. It's kind of like those old Japanese movies, samurai movies of the past. It's a really cool style. I don't really play in it a lot because the scenery is just so beautiful, but it does give it just a whole nother feel, and I thought this was a neat place with the fire. These moments right here remind me a whole lot of Assassin's Creed. You climb these different areas. They're kind of like puzzles, and you're trying to get to these little temples that you can pray at, and it unlocks some type of upgrade. But it's a lot like traversal in Assassin's Creed, as you're going to see. I haven't finished the game yet, but I put a whole lot of time in it, and if I had to review it right now, it would probably be like I'd probably give it a B. I like to give a letter grade. I'd give it a B. You know, it'd be like an 8.5. It's pretty fun. The camera gets a little weird sometimes. Not having the lock on is a little weird. Sometimes I don't hit who I want to hit. But overall, I think it's really good, and I encourage you all to check it out. On that note, though, it is a mature game. There's a little language in it, but there's a lot of graphic violence in it, decapitations, things like that. Of course, you're swinging a sword around, so it's not really for the kiddos. But I'm going to leave it right here on this scene as he prays at this little altar, and it ends in a neat way. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you all have a great day.